Before I start the video, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please click the like button and leave comments in the comment section. Today I'm going to be reviewing the trailer for Supergirl, which dropped on Thursday, and the movie is due out in June of 2026. I've never read the Supergirl comic. I definitely did not read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I heard some very basic things about the comic and its plot, and I know that the movie is based on said comic. So just with that information, I'm going to go in and take a look at the trailer. And let's scroll down a little, and we've got 19,186,713 views, and that is current with 360,000 thumbs up to 40,000 thumbs down. That's a 9-to-1 ratio to the good. I'm rather surprised by that, actually. I would have thought quite possibly that things could be far worse. Considering Superman, I don't know if I'd consider it an outright bomb, but I would definitely say that it underperformed, and it definitely did not meet the expectations that Warner Brothers had for said picture. And I'd say it's got James Gunn on a little bit of thin ice, which is why he's basically, through 2027? I think that's when his contract's up currently. And I don't see him getting extended by Warner Brothers, especially with all the things going on with the sale of Warner Brothers, either to Netflix or to Universal, if they get their way. So either way, I don't think this bodes well for James Gunn. And if this movie is the bomb I think it's going to be, personally, I don't see this thing making more than $350 million. I will be shocked if it does. I just don't think anybody's going to show up to watch this. And I'm actually sorry that I'm making you watch the trailer with me, but here we go. All right, so for those people who are going to get this reference, it looks like we've got Crypto licking and then knocking over a alien Zima bottle. And like I said, if you know, you know. And now we've got Blondie, Call Me, and the Zima basically shorts something out, and now we have CGI Crypto CGI peeing on a picture of Superman right in his face. So James Gunn basically shit on Superman in the Superman movie, and now James Gunn is peeing on Superman during the Supergirl movie. So that tells you basically all you need to know what James Gunn thinks of DC in general.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy.
Okay. And one of the things I heard about Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow was that it was basically sorority super slut. And here we have Kara, hungover, glasses askew, looking disheveled, definitely just a mess and not very Supergirlish at this point. And I don't really have much hope for the rest of this trailer, but let's keep going.
Cars or out.
Okay, so she's sitting there at the spaceship bus stop waiting to get on, I guess, some sort of transport to another planet. I don't know which planet she's on or which planet she's going to. Again, she's wearing sunglasses indicating that she's hungover. What am I supposed to say about this? This is just... it's kind of cringy for me. I'm tired of the kind of mocking of superheroes. I want superheroes to be superheroes again. This doesn't remind me at all of a superhero. It reminds me of a drunken fool.
Hereby declare that 23 will be the best year yet.
And I don't know if she took that drink from the guy that was passed out on the bar or if that was hers. But we do get some information here that she is 23 years old. So she's an adult at this point. So there are no excuses for the juvenile behavior. I really, outside of the music, I really don't like the vibe. I mean, one thing James Gunn does really well, I will admit, is the Guardian of the Galaxy soundtracks were really good. I'm going to expect the same thing here, that we're going to get a really good soundtrack. I realize that James Gunn is not directing this, but it's James Gunn's Supergirl. He's going to have his fingerprints all over this. I can already see it in the trailer. He's got his fingerprints all over it, peeing on Superman's face. You got this drunk disheble. What am I supposed to say? It's supposed to be superhero? I mean, is she supposed to have some sort of character arc where she straightens herself out and stops being an alcoholic by the end of this movie? I don't know, but let's keep going. All right.
Let's be honest.
All right. And that felt kind of Guardians there too. The hair waving, the disco ball. I'm trying to remember, was Call Me in the late 70s or was it the early 80s? I should know this, but well, even if it was like 81, that was still kind of the end of disco. So, he's kind of tapping into the same type of music. He obviously likes the 70s, early 80s music because he keeps recycling it.
Babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
And she basically admits right there that, for 23 to be the best year of her life, it's going to be a very low bar to get over. I'm sure my buddy Ian K could even clear that bar. So let's continue on here.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose?
Okay. Some people, I think, have thought that was, we were witnessing the creation of Kandahar. I think that's actually Argo City, if I remember right. From very little I heard about this. Argo City was saved by Kara's father, Zor-El. Actually wasn't saved. I guess the destruction was delayed by him. And I guess that's what we're seeing here. I could be wrong. And I believe we got a quick glimpse of Zor-El and Allura and Z, which is Kara's mom. And now we are looking at... I'm probably going to screw this up, but Rue Knoll, and I guess she's going to be the sidekick in this, and her family was killed by the main villain in this, which is Creme of the Yellow Hills. I guess he's going to be the main antagonist in this movie. And not Lobo. I guess we may not get much of Lobo in this since he's not being put in as the main bad here. Hopefully they'll save him for another movie, maybe, where he's the main bad. I know he does appear in this trailer at some point. And let's keep going.
Everything in a day.
Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not.
Okay, and we get a reference that Krypton didn't fail in a day. So it wasn't like it just blew up. It slowly imploded over a matter of, I guess, years. So getting kind of some understanding, since she was actually there and she remembers this, she lived through the slow destruction of her home planet. I guess this is what we're supposed to feel for her, is that, Superman didn't go through all this. He was a child. He was sent away before the destruction. He didn't experience any of this. And therefore, he doesn't have any of the trauma. And I guess Supergirl did live through it. So she knows the trauma, has experienced everything bad, and then she managed to escape. So I guess this is why she's drinking, partying, and everything like that. I don't know if that's a great excuse, especially when you're supposed to be the protector of a world. But I guess that's the way we're supposed to feel about this.
Not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Okay, again, we're feeling very Guardians of the Galaxy here, and now we're getting what appears to be the new Hollywood trope, which is, well, this isn't going to end well for you. We had that in Deadpool. I think we've seen it in other things too. It's becoming a trope, and it's getting to the point where it's kind of cringy at this point. So, it's stale. Probably shouldn't have used it. Moving on. Okay. This is supposed to be Creme of the Yellow Hills. Like I said, he's the main antagonist in this. I guess in the end, Supergirl and him are going to go at it.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
Okay, and we got to see a little bit of heat vision there, or maybe that was Kryptonian PMS. I'm not exactly sure. And now we've got a ship slamming into something and exploding. That thing with Crypto there, I guess in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, near the beginning of the comic, Crypto is badly hurt by Creme of the Yellow Hills, which I guess is why Supergirl goes after him. I guess that's her motivation for teaming up with Noel. and going after him is because he almost kills Crypto. Again, this is just things I've heard. I'm not 100% sure that that's how this is going to go. But I think that's what we're looking at there.
What Superman?
Sorry, I'm trying to... Yeah, if you look, she's actually crying here. So it isn't like she's just petting him because he's sleeping. He's obviously been hurt. You also notice that... Let's try and back up here. You notice the collar is off. There's no cape. So he's definitely not just like taking a nap and she's caressing him. This is actually something as bad has happened to Crypto. And, you know, don't like to see animals get hurt, even if they're CGI. At the same time, I thought Crypto was a real asshole in Superman. So I don't know how much sympathy I'm really going to have for him. All right, and this is the few seconds we get a Lobo.
What Superman? What Superman? Superman? What?
That's driving me crazy. Trying to get back.
What Superman?
I guess that's as good as we get. I was trying to get something better, but yeah, that's Jason Momoa's Lobo. Like I said, I hope they don't waste him in this. I don't have a lot of hope for this movie, so I'm kind of hoping he's used minimally. So if they do another one, he's got a chance to actually have a good plot to be in the movie. And if he's in it, he might be one of the best things in it if he's in it a lot. But I'm just kind of hoping they hold him out and give him his own movie against Supergirl.
What Superman?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Yeah, Superman sees the good in everyone and she sees the truth. Oh, good God. What a horrible line. Just complete and utter cringe. I have nothing else to say about it, so let's keep going. Okay, so she's just wiping out a bunch of people. Okay, 6:26. There you go. And that's the end of the trailer. All right, like I said, I'm not overly enthusiastic about this. I don't know if I will go see it in theaters. I will definitely wait and let other people take the stray for me. And if I hear some good stuff about it, I will maybe go see this. It isn't my cup of tea. I'll admit that. It's not my genre. It's not my comics. I read Marvel growing up. I did not read DC. So my basic reaction to the trailer, it doesn't make me want to see the movie. There's cringe stuff in it. They're still making fun of Superman. You're making fun of the most popular comic book superhero ever. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I don't know what James Gunn is doing. He's burning down his own franchise, basically. He's burning down his own DCU by continually mocking and making fun of the main character in his universe. And I think it's because he can't help himself. He doesn't know what else to do. And like I said, this looks very Guardians of the Galaxy-ish. This could be Guardians of the Galaxy 4 for all I'm concerned. I mean, it could well be. It could be another Guardians of the Galaxy movie, just with different people in it. So I don't know. I'm really beginning to think that James Gunn was not the right person to do this. I don't care about the Gunn bros. They can all go, whatever. Because I don't care. They're biased. They're cultists. They can't see reality. What am I supposed to say? Should I use James Gunn's little phrase there? I see the truth. They'd see the goodness in all James Gunn's movies, and I see the truth there. There's a little cringe for you. How about that? But anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. If you watch to the end, I really appreciate it. And like my father told me when I was 18 years old, get out.